All right, guys. I'm right now here, basically with my client, but I can tell you my close friend right now as well. His name is Tim, and Tim basically has been in the program for over a year, if I'm right. And
Exactly.
yeah, like I mentioned to him as well, he's been I think the best client I've worked with in terms of like, his attitude, his character, and that is just being very honest. He knows that as well. Tim is going to talk with us today about, his experience of our program, completely transparent. And Tim, yeah, can you maybe, just start maybe telling super shortly, why you maybe even want to start with e-commerce in the first place?
For sure. So I was basically planning on going into e-commerce in general, more specifically drop shipping due to the low investment costs in forehand. Like I think 5 years already, so like many, many years ago. And then due to like basically getting fired from my workplace, I
Mm,
wanted to go all in. And due to the fact that I was like following a lot of like experts on e-commerce and everything, your profile was basically on Instagram recommended to me.
mm.
So I followed you for the valuable content that you were already sharing. And then I, yeah, basically went into a conversation with you and with your team and yeah, got like the offer of the six-figure program.
Yeah,
And wanted to do it basically because I wanted to prove myself that I can uh yeah, take risks
yeah,
to invest in myself. And I want to, let's say, I was willing to pay the price to really put myself into a situation where I was yeah, take responsibility for the investment that I paid.
mm,
And I wanted to actually stop educating myself just on the internet. I mean, you
mm.
can find a lot of information on the internet, but the problem is how can you proceed the information,
Yeah,
right? How you can process
uh,
the
uh,
information.
yeah, apply it. Yeah,
Exactly. And without guidance, in this regards, your guidance, without having that, it's always like kind of feeling lost in the space. So it's kind of was for me like granted that I needed some helping hand. So I
yeah,
decided to put in the work. So that was
yeah,
mainly the reason I wanted to start with the dropshipping freedom community.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I think as well, like, you said, like, putting in the work. And what most people think as well, like we talked about e-commerce, for example, people see it as a get rich quick scheme. And,
yeah,
as well, it's not like, honestly, it's just
no,
something like you mentioned, you need to treat it like a real business.
yeah,
And
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
So you have to
So,
you have to be careful in regards
mm,
to um, what is required from yourself. Like you can't put on 100% responsibility on your mentor or a program or a course that you buy or any product or service on the internet
mm,
and hoping for the quick rich
yeah,
uh, uh, um, yeah, phenomenon or effect. So it was more like really knowing I have to educate myself on business regulations in my own country, right,
yeah,
from Germany in this regards. So there's still some or even a lot of work for you as a client as well
for
to
sure.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But eventually, as well, that work will pay off if you do it. And by time, when you get better, you will learn everything. It will sort out. And once you, let's say, actually join the program as well, right? Your initial, we gave you, let's say, some initial action steps. So, you joined the call with Alex,
exactly.
to get the ball rolling. Eventually, you joined. What
Yeah.
what were maybe some of the, let's say, most helpful things that you have seen that you found out initially that maybe helped you occurring, maybe some wins at the beginning, like for you as a person, for your, let's say, for yourself in business as well.
For me, it was like without having practical knowledge from drop shipping, it was necessary to have, of course, the course, the learning videos, and then I had from the beginning my battle plan filled out from your employee Alex. to really put in steps, like start with the first 3 modules and then stop, put in some practice, right, and create these things. I would also recommend to go through the course while doing the work, so you don't
Mm.
only have the theory. And I think was really helpful what the combination of the course was, the help from your side, so really my mentor, and then your employees, so the customer success managers, and then
Yeah.
of course it was the community itself that people were pushing and putting in screenshots of their results and
Yeah.
celebrating, like even the first 40 euros sold on your first Shopify store, right? So it was like the combination of motivation and guidance, which was like super helpful, um, from the program, but in combination with my own motivation. So in
Yeah.
regards,
Yeah.
going back into like own responsibility, there needs to be some sort of like own drive that
Mm.
needs to hit
Yeah.
the drive from the
Yeah.
other side. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I think as well, what I saw, like I told you, like from the beginning, you were so active within the community, people start loving you as well. You even like you've made up with like with Joanna from our like in person, right? From our
yeah,
community.
exactly,
You told
exactly,
me, you're still in close contact with Jessica, you actually build up friendships. And I think
exactly.
within a community, that's something that, that will drive people to push through also through hard times and to accelerate even more when
100%,
the times are there to get results. And
100%.
yeah, what were maybe some of, let's say, the skills as well that you feel like, you've been able to learn and accomplish along the way?
I think it's like, besides, of course, the practical experience of creating stores
Mm,
and building up some knowledge about like landing pages, funnels, and everything, and also like the back end of customer service, how to proceed with like maybe an yeah, whatever, like a disappointed customer or whatever. So like there was like this whole skill set taught by you and your team about marketing, like how
mm,
should a landing page should look like if you really want to have sales, right?
yeah.
How does the picture should look like? So it's really like marketing about product pictures,
Mm,
make a difference to the market. Like don't just like steal pictures and put it on your page and
yeah.
expect the 10K in 10 days, right? So it's more like really, and we had a couple of conversations where you're really grounding myself, where you were
Yeah.
like, bro, you need to put in the work here, or you should be better doing it like that. Don't be too emotional in analyzing, trust the numbers. So you taught me not only like drop shipping, but also like business. And plus that, it was like a couple of things in regards to mindset. Like you were posting your fitness journey, your nutrition journey. So like, and many other people as well. So there are,
Yeah.
besides the business skill sets, there were many other things in mindset
Yeah.
like spectrum that were like very, very valuable.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. The thing is, I think you agree with this, but um look, I've seen even you develop also a lot, in terms of like let's say your physique, your mindset, your everything
Exactly.
with your lifestyle, and you
Yeah.
took it so serious that you even, like I said, you motivated even me at some point. You hit the gym every single day, even though I did it as well. It
Yeah.
even pushed me harder, to think, okay, Tim is like working so hard from where he basically started to where he is right now. He's good putting in consistent work. It made me really happy to see that. And like I said, from friend to friend, I think, also within a few months, you will not even recognize yourself how much steps you're like ahead of where you are right now, and because you will continue on for sure. So
100%. That's a
yeah,
deal. It
yeah,
will
man.
happen.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So let's say for someone as well, right, who maybe looking at this and as you have been in the program, you have basically seen it all. What would be, let's say, to someone who is maybe thinking about coming into the program, well, someone who is maybe hesitant about maybe even starting their own online business, what can be, who haven't maybe taken the action yet, what would your advice, let's say, be to them?
I would say be aware of what you really want. Like you have to be committed. As we
Mm,
mentioned, it's like there needs to be some sort of like responsibility for your own actions, and even just saying I'll buy a course or I'll buy a mentorship, you still need to put in the work to listen to the mentor, to note down your new experience, and put in the
Yeah.
work to really put that into practice, right?
Mm.
So there needs to be some sort of responsibility, but also like be aware of the time management. You need to have really time to put in, like, let's say 1 to 2 hours a day, in the evening or in the morning, doesn't matter, to really see some progress. So it's
Yeah.
not like the 30 minutes a day. We're not having the 4 hours of Tim Ferriss, right? The 4 hour week of Tim
Yeah,
Ferriss. It's really like in the beginning, put in the work. And I think you have to be patient when you
for
really
sure.
want to start it, to get through it. But it's also like always try to remember, invest in yourself. Like it's always like you want to invest in your marriage, you want to invest in your kids, education, whatever. It's like invest in yourself as well, right?
Mm.
It's like a multiplicator, that it's like multiplier, that what you put in yourself, it's also like profitable for your surroundings.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I never look back what I paid for my mentorship, for the friendships that I made to you, to
Yeah.
I don't
Part
know,
of
like
mindset.
exactly, to the mindset, but also to the friends that I made in like Brazil, Sweden, Slovenia.
Everywhere.
So
You have
like it's
friends
like
everywhere right now.
exactly, and I'm still texting with them on WhatsApp, having beautiful conversations, and also had like deep conversations with them. So it's like you meet people in this community the first time where you say, okay, that's maybe different to my family, or maybe to the values of my current friend
Mm. Yeah.
cycle. So there will be this like aha effect of like, okay, these people are different, and that's great, and you should have them to push yourself,
Mm.
right? To the
Yeah.
gym, to run
Yeah.
an ad, or to do product research, even if you're tired. And
Yeah.
I think that's what I would recommend for people who wanted to start. Be aware if you really want to start, and put in the commitment. And if you're
Yeah.
ready, just like me, maybe even have conversations with clients as myself, like reach out to clients to have a conversation if they don't feel 100% impressed by the results, or are
Mm.
still having some doubts. I mean, we're there to help, even not only the community but the potential community, or
Mm.
reach out to the potential mentor. So Carlos,
Mm.
in this
Yeah.
case, to just ask you questions. You should be really committed to do so. So
Mm.
there needs to be some sort of like mindset preparation before, and then go all in. I mean, like,
Mm.
life is short.
Yeah. Yeah, man, for sure, for sure. I'm happy, that you shared your, just your honest opinion. Like I can tell also people watching this is like Tim, this is Tim really talking. It's not someone who just talks to the camera to say what he thinks. This is where we've talked about like the entire like road to let's say to get here as well towards this video. And yeah, just I really appreciate your honesty as well, Tim. Is there maybe something, let's say from your side, that you would like to maybe add in as well, maybe that I haven't asked yet, or
I mean, in regards to the results, for example, I can tell, just for maybe curiosity from potential clients, I had my return of investment in like 40 days. So the
mm.
price that I paid for my mentorship was, and I'm not even, and that's some honesty right there, I'm not even listened to my mentor all the time. So it was like, imagine what I could have done
I can
if
remember
I
the
would
conversations.
exactly, if I would have listened to you all the time and put in the work as you mentioned and advised. So even if I was like a little bit spacey freaky here and there, I even then had my money back in like 40 days of selling products. So and then even beyond that, put on some yeah, good
Yeah,
revenue. And I also have to admit that people need to realize that there are a big difference between revenue and profit, that that's also some
for
real
sure.
talk here that people needs to know that.
Revenue fits the ego, and profit
Yeah,
feeds the money.
exactly. So there needs to be also like a kind of like business acumen that they have like some business knowledge, of course, a little bit here and there for their country regulations
Mm,
to know
yeah,
what's going on in their own business. They start their own business where they can live from
yeah,
uh, if they put in the work. So they have to be careful to educate themselves every day
yeah.
and
And I think that's it, man. Every day, like, you know as well, you can better be, consistently good than occasionally great.
that's not
And
a hobby, what we're talking
yeah,
about here.
yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Awesome, man. Tim, I can tell you, like, I'm super happy that you have shared your experience, and I really want to appreciate and thank you for, taking the time to also to share it with us.
My pleasure.
So, also for the guys watching, I hope this was well to you, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you, Tim.
Thanks.